And today on At History Gems, oh ha ha, very funny. Yes, we're talking about the Dark Ages.
That's much better. Okay, the Dark Ages, like basically all eras, are named after the event. Nobody in the medieval era, for example, thought that they were in the Middle Ages. So the fact is that it's other people after the event trying to pull disparate groups of ideas and events together and calling them a period of time. The problem with the Dark Ages is it's a very biased phrase. In essence, it's when the Roman era finishes and it's before the medieval feudal era. But of course, that covers a lot of Europe that happened at different periods of time. Take, for example, England. The Roman legions left England round about 400 AD, but that is several generations before Rome itself fell to outside barbarians. And it's indeed that word barbarians, which is actually the Roman word for people who say bar. To them, all these foreign languages, mainly Germanic, sounded like people going bar, bar, bar all the time. So it's a derogatory term. And it's a term that was picked up by the church, which of course using Latin and based out of Rome, kind of continued the Roman traditions. It's an assumption that when the Romans left, everything went to the toilet. And that's not actually what happened.
The Sutton Hoo burial in East Anglia is from the very beginning of the 7th century AD, right at the time when Anglo-Saxon England was going from pagan to Christian. And look at the burial finds. They are of exquisite detail and beauty, absolutely the match of anything the Romans could have produced. Moving forwards a few hundred years, we get this, the Alfred Jewel, the time when Anglo-Saxon England is now Christian, and again, a very beautiful sign of real technology. Of course, you may be biased and say, oh, he's just talking about England, but this is from the Book of Kells. Ireland was Christian throughout the Dark Ages, producing beautiful manuscripts like this. And where did the Dark Ages actually happen? In the East, the Roman Empire never finished, and they were busy building beautiful structures like this, Hagia Sophia in Constantinople. The Spanish peninsula was taken over by the Muslims in the 7th century AD, and building beautiful mosques like this in Cordoba. The fact is, no matter where you look in Europe, you're finding things that aren't very dark.
I'm not trying to rewrite history. Of course society changed when the Roman Empire finished in the West. But to call what happened after it the Dark Ages is deliberately insulting. It's deliberately saying Roman was better than what followed. What followed was different. What followed, we don't have as many written records, which is one of the reasons why it's called the Dark Ages. It's more mysterious. But when you see what people were building, when you see the societies and cultures and how complex they were, this wasn't just a bunch of barbarians moving mud from one side of a field to another. There was an awful lot of culture. It just wasn't Roman culture. And it's worth remembering that. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for listening and watching. As always, if you like this and you want more, At History Gems is available on Twitter and on Facebook for daily updates of history goodness. However, if you want more, there's always the Busy Person's Guide to British History, available on Amazon now. See you soon.